Everyone, thank you for watching this recorded table reading of the pilot for Late Fee. I wrote this screenplay in the Washington Improv Theater screenplay writing class. I'd like everyone to introduce themselves by their name and also the character that they're playing. So Eileen, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Eileen and I'll be playing Yogg.
Miss Beverly White, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Beverly White and I will be playing the arrogant customer.
Sammie, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Sammie James, and I will be playing Influencer Teen.
Pooya, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Pooya Mohensi, and I'm playing Cosette.
Michael, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Michael Furr, and I'm playing Alaric.
Thank you. Ryan, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Ryan Alloway, and I'll be playing Bryce.
Adam, could you please introduce yourself?
I'm Adam Koussari, and I'll be playing Azathoth.
Thank you. And Krystal, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, Krystal Ramseur, and playing Gabrielle.
Thank you. And I don't think I introduced myself. My name is Ryan McClure, and I'll be reading the stage directions in this screenplay. All right. Teaser. Fade in. Interior, Blockbuster aisle. Morning. Influencer teen, 16, self-absorbed, is filming a selfie with a cell phone.
All right, everyone. Here we are at the last Blockbuster in the United States, and it's haunted.
Alaric, 33, goofy, gay, is stacking VHS boxes on the front counter. He's been behind Influencer Teen the whole time.
Can you show me where the ghosts murdered people and pulled the skeletons from their bodies?
It didn't do any of that.
Alaric looks around, preparing to get serious.
It just made people a bit chilly.
Influencer Teen lowers the phone.
No one died?
Nope. Although Miss Daniels once had to button her cardigan all the way up to her neck while she waited in line for Miss Pincher to pay with pennies. It looks silly.
Influencer Teen quickly holds the phone up, ready to film.
Well, can you show me where the ghost is?
Sorry, it's not haunted anymore. My best friend and I exorcised the store a week ago.
There's no ghost?
Alaric stops stacking VHS boxes and shakes his head no.
Nope. Ghosts are like roaches, though. You think you got rid of them all, and a couple months later, you see one in the sink. I've had 3 hauntings this year so far.
Aren't people scared to come here?
Not really. I told Miss Daniels about the ghost, but she thought I was joking, and that air conditioner must be broken. Most of the people realize the supernatural to themselves as something normal.
And you don't?
Alaric leans across the counter.
If there's something strange and unusual in this town, I want to be a part of it.
Influencer Teen looks around slowly.
So, what am I going to film? I drove here all the way from LA.
You could film yourself renting a movie.
Alaric does a Vanna White pose to a display of VHS boxes on the counter. Influencer Teen picks one up and looks it over.
Why would anyone rent a movie here when they can just get it online?
90s nostalgia and a large boomer population in town keep us scraping by.
Influencer Teen puts the VHS box down and shrugs.
I don't think my followers will find anything interesting here. I'll just get a box of Milk Duds and head home.
Alaric takes a box of Milk Duds from the front counter and rings it up. A VHS box supernaturally floats off a shelf behind Alaric and Influencer Teen. They don't notice. End teaser. Act 1. Exterior Blockbuster morning. Establishing shot of the Blockbuster, a rundown store in a strip mall that has seen better days. Interior Blockbuster front counter continuous. Alaric is organizing candy and microwave popcorn on the front counter. The front door chimes as Bryce, 34, disheveled, introverted, gay, rushes in.
Al, you'll never guess what I found in front of my store this morning.
Baby that someone left in a basket with a note asking me to raise it? I hope that's not it. You know how I feel about children. I don't think our friendship will survive a child.
Alaric opens a bag of candy and pours a few pieces into Bryce's hand. He takes a piece for himself. They both eat the candy.
It wasn't a baby.
For certain, I am going to unfollow you on Instagram. I hate seeing babies on my feed. All I want to see on Instagram are cats, special effects makeup, and artfully posed, partially nude men.
Al, it's not a baby. It was a box.
A box. In front of your repair shop? Oh, impossible. Call UPS. There must be a mistake.
Alaric mashes the candy bag into a ball and throws it to a trash can across from the counter. He misses.
I could have guessed a box was in front of your repair shop.
Yeah, but could you have guessed what was inside that box?
If you say a baby.
Alaric walks to the trash ball, picks it up, and tosses it to Bryce. Bryce catches it, dramatically dunks it into the trash can, and dabs.
A VCR! It's serendipity.
The 2001 rom-com with John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale?
Alaric turns towards an old-fashioned popcorn machine near the trash can and fills a small bag for Bryce. Bryce takes the bag and eats a few pieces of popcorn.
No, yesterday the VHS copy of Home Alone that I ordered arrived. This morning on Friday the 13th, a VCR mysteriously arrives at my doorstep. It's serendipity. We have to watch it tonight at midnight.
Why Home Alone?
Bryce puts the bag of popcorn down, grabs Alaric by the face, and leans in close to him.
Because nothing is scarier than being alone.
Alaric gently removes Bryce's hands from his face, walks to a nearby shelf of movies, and grabs a VHS box of Hellraiser.
How about Hellraiser instead?
Alaric hands the VHS box to Bryce. Bryce carefully inspects the cover.
The demons are too scary.
Bryce hands the VHS box back to Alaric, shaking his head.
The Cenobites are awesome. And you helped me with the last exorcism here. Why would you be scared of a movie?
That ghost was one step above Casper.
Alaric holds the VHS box with both hands in front of Bryce.
Come on, Hellraiser is a classic. And it is Friday the 13th.
Fine. But I'm going to be holding my hands over my eyes during the scary parts.
That's okay with me. Just don't ask me again to feed you popcorn while you cover your eyes like last time.
Bryce sticks out his tongue and wiggles it back and forth.
We'll have to watch the movie here in the back room. I have to do inventory until late tonight.
All right. See you then.
The entrance door chimes and Gabrielle, 60, friendly, air of mystery, pansexual, breezes in, holding a plate of donuts. Bryce takes 2 donuts as he leaves. Alaric takes 1.
Here to deliver the morning donuts. You're going to love this one. I call it the Crushed Plumber. I named it after my late uncle. He was a plumber.
Oh, nice.
He was killed when a billboard advertising plum jelly fell off a building and crushed him.
How tragic.
Alaric bites his donut.
How tasty. But why not name it something a little more cheery, though?
My life stories are what inspire me to bake, be they happy childhood memories or grisly public deaths. I have to honor them.
Gabrielle, I fully support honoring your inspirations. That's why I have Xena Warrior Princess in the front window.
Cut to exterior Blockbuster continuous. There is a life-sized cardboard cutout of Xena Warrior Princess in the front window of the store with the word bubble taped on, saying, "Be kind, rewind, you don't want to make me mad, do you?" Back to interior Blockbuster continuous. Alaric is still talking to Gabrielle.
But all of your stories are so tragic.
40 years ago, I sold my soul to my ex-lover. And since then, I've known nothing but tragedy. But there's the time for that story. Now, I've got more donuts to deliver. Bye.
Gabrielle breezes out the door. Alaric shrugs and pops the rest of the donut into his mouth. Establishing shot of Grim Repairs, an electronics repair shop next to the Blockbuster. Interior Grim Repairs continuous. Bryce, carrying 2 donuts, walked into a cluttered electronics repair shop. Cosette, 25, self-assured, confident, trans, stands behind the desk, doing homework.
Morning, Cosette. Donut time.
Bryce gives Cosette a donut and bites the other one. Cosette puts the donut on the front desk.
Peach donut. I'll be in the back. Don't let anyone bother me.
Bryce looks around, ready to get serious.
I need you to protect me from interacting with the customers.
I'll start casting the ward of protection.
Cosette wiggles her fingers at the front door, pretending to cast a spell. An arrogant customer, 50, woman, wearing expensive suit, barges through the front door.
Ugh, too late.
Excuse me. I'm a very important businesswoman. I'm expecting a very important business call with the 6 most important people in Europe. But I dropped my phone and it broke. You will fix it?
The arrogant customer disdainfully looks around the store.
If anyone in this rinky-dink store can fix it.
The arrogant customer puts the phone on the counter. It has a cracked screen. Cosette inspects the phone.
Hi, ma'am. I can fix this crack.
This is the most expensive phone money can buy. Are you sure you know how to fix it?
Cosette puts down the phone.
Ma'am, I'm getting my PhD in electrical engineering. I am certain that I can replace your cracked screen. However, I'm not going to help you because you're a jerk.
Are you going to do something about this?
Bryce gives a thumbs up to Cosette.
Fine. I'll take my business elsewhere.
Bye. Have an awful day.
The arrogant customer leaves. Bryce and Cosette each take a bite of their donut.
This is plum, not peach.
Bryce takes another bite.
Right. Are plums fuzzy? I don't like fruit with hair.
Is that why you shave your chair?
Cosette dabs. Bryce blushes.
Good work with the customer. The ward of protection worked.
Cosette rolls her eyes.
I'll be in the back until lunch. You're in charge.
Bryce walks to the back workroom. Interior, groom repairs, back workroom, moments later. Bryce enters the back workroom and begins fixing electronics at a workbench while eating his donut. An old VCR is on the bench. Bryce accidentally drops his donut.
5-second rule.
Bryce bends down to get his donut. Demonic energy pulses from the old VCR. Grim repairs exterior, a time-lapse of the sun setting and the full moon rising. Interior, Grim repairs, night. Bryce sits at the front counter fixing the VCR. Cosette packs up her belongings.
I'm heading out for the night. Enjoy your movie date.
It's not a date. Al and I have the perfect platonic relationship. We're like brothers in arms who fight side by side on the battlefield. We're soul buddies.
Soul buddies with benefits.
The benefit is best friendship and free popcorn and candy.
Enjoy yourselves. Bring me back some candy, soldier.
Cosette leaves through the front door.
We don't touch each other's penises!
Exterior, Grim repairs, continuous. Cosette walks through the front door and takes a deep breath. She runs her fingers magically through her hair. As her fingers pass, her hair magically changes from brown to purple. She checks her reflection in the glass door. Bryce doesn't look up. She smiles and walks off. Interior, Blockbuster, back room, night. Alaric is shelving VHS boxes and DVD boxes. There is an old, boxy CRT TV from the 90s, 2 folding chairs, and a table with bags of popcorn and candy. Bryce walks into the back workroom holding the VCR and 2 VHS tapes.
I'm here. I brought Home Alone just in case you change your mind and want to see something really scary.
Bryce gives Alaric the VCR and VHS tapes, grabs a bag of popcorn, and affectionately pats the CRT TV.
Hello, Kurt. It's nice to see you again. I hope you're enjoying my repairs. If you want to get back together, I'm ready, willing, and cable.
Alaric rolls his eyes.
Puns, Bryce. You know they are the lowest form of comedy.
Al took the free improv workshop, and now he thinks he's Tig Notaro.
Bryce sits down. Alaric finishes hooking up the VCR and puts the Hellraiser VHS tape in the VCR.
We're starting at the stroke of midnight.
Alaric places his finger over the play button and looks at his watch.
The drama. I love it.
3, 2, 1.
Alaric presses play and the VCR explodes into a vortex of demonic energy. Alaric, Bryce, and other objects in the room are violently flung around the room, like in a tornado. They scream, try to grab each other, but are torn apart when they get close. When the demonic energy dissipates, they crash to the ground and the overturned table lands in front of them.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so. What happened?
Alaric and Bryce hear demonic sounds and a rumbling. They crinkle their noses at the smell of sulfur.
What is that?
Alaric and Bryce slowly peek from behind the overturned table. They see Yog-Sothoth, 13, insecure, non-binary humanoid demon wearing a long robe, rising from a demonic portal on the floor. Yog-Sothoth timidly waves at Alaric and Bryce.
Hi.
Alaric and Bryce look back to each other and scream in terror. End of Act 1. Act 2. Interior, Blockbuster, back room, continuous. Alaric and Bryce still scream behind the overturned table. Yog-Sothoth steps out of the portal and approaches them. The portal closes behind Yog-Sothoth.
Sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
Alaric and Bryce continue to scream.
I didn't know the VCR would explode. I just thought it would make an itty-bitty dimensional rift that I could slip through.
Alaric and Bryce continue to scream.
You can stop screaming.
Alaric and Bryce run out of breath, look at each other, and take a deep breath.
Don't kill us, don't kill us, don't kill us, don't kill us, don't kill us.
Don't kill us.
Really, I'm just here to watch some movies. Can you recommend some?
Alaric stops screaming. He places his hand over Bryce's still screaming mouth. Bryce stops screaming.
You want my recommendation? About movies?
Yes, please. You're the movie expert after all.
Bryce removes Alaric's hand from his mouth.
If all you want is to watch movies, why did you come here?
Because this is Blockbuster. Bringing entertainment home was your slogan. Well, my home doesn't allow entertainment. No funds allowed in hell. So I came to the entertainment instead.
As a movie expert, that makes sense to me.
Yog-Sothoth picks up the VCR from the ground and inspects it.
I bribed a warlock to cast an interdimensional portal spell on this VCR and send it to you, so that I could travel here from hell. He couldn't find your address, though, so he had it delivered next door.
Some boisterous teens stole the numbers out in front in the mid-90s. No one can tell what they were. All my mail just goes to Bryce.
Yog-Sothoth excitedly hugs the VCR like a teddy bear and twirls around with it once.
And he brought the VCR right to you. It's serendipity.
Like the 2001 rom-com.
Al, I don't think this is a good idea.
Bryce, if a customer asks me for a movie recommendation, I am honor-bound to help. I took an oath.
What oath?
The Blockbuster employee oath? Look, it's on the back of my employee ID.
Alaric takes his employee ID badge from his pocket and hands it to Bryce. Bryce reads the back. Alaric mouths the words along with him.
The aforementioned individual heretofore referred to as Blockbuster employee hereby vows, pledges, and affirms to assist, aid, and attend to all customers, be they human, animal, demon, angel, robot, cyborg, sentient plant, or snow person brought to life by a magical hat, seeking advice, counsel, and or guidance on all matters related to the procurement of films from the aforementioned establishment.
Bryce hands the badge back to Alaric.
Good on Blockbuster for being so inclusive.
I've never met a hell demon before. What's your name? What kind of movies are you in the mood for?
Yog-Sothoth carefully puts down the VCR.
Yog-Sothoth, something funny. I'm so stressed lately.
What does a demon from hell get stressed about?
I have to perform the ritual of torment soon. It's like a debutante ball for young demons.
Of course.
But instead of wearing a fancy dress and walking down a big staircase when they call my name to symbolize my introduction to adult demon society, I have to flay 12 people alive, torture them to death, and ritually dance over their corpses while drinking their blood from a skull.
That sounds horrifying.
Yeah, I hate dancing. Unless everyone's intentionally doing a bad dance.
Alaric dances like Elaine from Seinfeld for a few seconds.
Me too. And all that blood from the corpses is so slippery. But it's the torturing that I dislike the most. My dad is an important torture demon in hell, though, and he's been making me practice torture so much that my hands hurt. Look!
Sothoth flings its hands towards Bryce and Alaric, revealing scary demon hands and splattering Bryce and Alaric with blood.
Al, Sothoth?
It's Sothoth.
Sothoth?
Close enough.
Sothoth should have some popcorn and candy with its movies.
I use they and their pronouns.
Oh, sorry. Their movies. Can you help me get some?
Bryce takes Alaric's hand and drags him out of the back room. Alaric turns and yells over his shoulder.
Be right back.
Sothoth, alone, looks around at the mess in the room.
Made a mess here, didn't I? I'll help clean until they get back.
Sothoth bends over and picks up items from the floor. Interior, Blockbuster, front, continuous. Bryce and Alaric are standing near the snack shelf and popcorn machine.
Al, I know you have your oath, but we have to get rid of this demon.
Alaric raises his hands in the air in protest.
What? Why? I've dreamed my whole life of meeting a demon. I got kicked out of Catholic school kindergarten because in art class I kept drawing myself holding hands with a demon. The nuns hit my hand with a ruler and said I was a Satanist.
Bryce grabs Alaric by the shoulders and shakes him back and forth.
Al, they're a torture demon from hell. They don't belong on Earth.
Alaric grabs Bryce by the shoulders and shakes him back and forth.
You heard them. They don't like torturing. They don't belong in hell either. It's like they're asking for sanctuary here. How is it moral for us to send them back?
Alaric and Bryce look at their interlocked hands on each other's shoulders.
Release on 3.
Yeah.
1,
Two.
2, 3.
Alaric and Bryce simultaneously release each other.
What about the store, though? Customers are already scarce enough without a hell beast browsing the aisles. This could be the final nail in the coffin.
Alaric thinks for a moment, then sighs.
You're right. I have to do what's best for business.
Alaric shakes his fist at the sky in anger.
Damn you, late-stage capitalism. You are the real torture demon. How many more lives will you destroy?
Alaric lowers his fist.
But how are we going to get rid of them? Routine exorcisms we can handle, but a demon is out of our league.
I know what we need to do.
Bryce puts his hand on Alaric's shoulder.
Follow me, soldier.
Bryce starts to walk out the store.
Wait.
What?
Alaric points towards the back room.
Oh, the demon. Right.
Alaric starts to walk to the back room.
Wait.
What?
I said we were going to bring back popcorn and candy.
I thought that was just a diversion so we could talk alone.
It was, but it would be rude to not bring some back.
Right. That would be rude. And the Blockbuster employee oath clearly states thou shalt not be rude to thy customer.
Alaric and Bryce grab armfuls of popcorn and candy and walk towards the back room. Interior, Blockbuster, back room, continuous. Bryce and Alaric enter carrying armfuls of popcorn and candy.
Okay, we've got popcorn and candy for you.
Alaric and Bryce hand the candy and popcorn to Sothoth. Sothoth's arms are overflowing. Alaric takes several movies from the shelves and gives them to Sothoth.
Now, we need to leave for a bit, but you can watch these movies until we get back.
Where are you going?
Sex? We're going to go have sex with each other.
You two are gay?
Yup. Super gay.
We've even got the toaster oven.
What?
It's an Ellen reference. I'll give you the DVDs later.
Alaric and Bryce quickly leave. Interior, Blockbuster, front of store, continuous. Alaric and Bryce walk to the front door.
Just to be clear, we're not going to have sex, right?
What? No, that was just the first thing that came to my mind.
Weird. It never leaves my mind.
Hurry up, soldier.
What's with all the military talk tonight?
Alaric and Bryce rush out of the Blockbuster. Exterior, hold me closer, moments later. Alaric follows Bryce down the strip mall sidewalk. Bryce stops in front of Hold Me Closer and opens the door.
We don't have time for donuts?
We're not stopping for donuts. The person we're seeing is inside. Although, since we're here, donuts are a good idea.
Alaric and Bryce enter. Interior, hold me closer, continuous. Bryce looks around the 1950s-style diner and sees Cosette studying in a booth near the back. The table is covered with her backpack, books, papers, a cup of coffee, and a plate of a half-eaten donut. Bryce leads Alaric to the booth.
Cosette, we need your help.
Bryce and Alaric sit in the booth. Cosette stops studying and looks at them.
You don't have to worry. You can't get each other pregnant.
There's no time for jokes. We accidentally unleashed a torture demon from hell when we pressed the play button on a cursed VCR at the stroke of midnight.
Are you joking?
No! Their name is Sothoth, and because of late-stage capitalism, Al and I agreed that we have to send them back to hell.
Cosette gets a serious look on her face and pulls out several old, leather-bound occult books from her backpack.
You're right. No time for jokes. Tell me, was the demon humanoid or animal?
Humanoid.
Alaric has a confused look on his face.
I'm sorry, but what is going on here? Why are we talking to your employee? No offense, Cosette.
Cosette is a witch.
What? You never told me you employ a witch?
You don't know everything about me.
You text me daily updates about the eczema on your hands during winter, but your employee being a witch is something you kept to yourself?
Stop bickering and help me research a way to banish this demon. We're going to be here a while. Alaric, get us some donuts and coffee.
Montage to music of Alaric, Bryce, and Cosette studying. Alaric, Bryce, and Cosette hunch over the books, taking notes. Bryce starts to fall asleep. Alaric elbows him, and Cosette pushes her coffee cup to him. Bryce drinks. Alaric reads while his body is awkwardly contorted in the booth. Gabrielle puts a plate of donuts on the table. Alaric, Bryce, and Cosette reach for the same donut. Cosette glares at them. Both Alaric and Bryce retract their hands and take a different donut. Bryce squints at the book and pulls out a monocle from his pocket to read it. End of montage. Interior, Blockbuster, back room, night. Sothoth sits alone in the dark back workroom watching Home Alone. Sothoth has a bag of popcorn in one hand and a box of milk duds in the other. The glow from the screen illuminates Sothoth. Woman on TV. Kevin! Sothoth laughs, pours the milk duds into the popcorn, holds up the popcorn bag to its mouth, tips it up, and eats a big mouthful.
How long does it take them to have sex?
Interior, hold me closer, night. The music from the montage still plays, but it is coming from Alaric's cell phone. Cosette, Bryce, and Alaric still studying. Cosette suddenly sits upright.
That's it. I know how to banish the demon.
Alaric excitedly waves his arms like Kermit the Frog.
Yay!
Alaric picks up his phone and stops the music.
Let's send this spawn of darkness back to hell!
Cosette slams her book closed. A large cloud of dust erupts from the book. Alaric, Bryce, and Cosette uncontrollably cough. Interior, Blockbuster, night. Alaric, Bryce, and Cosette run into Blockbuster. Cosette is leading them.
Alaric, when we get in the back room, I want you to immediately throw the mistletoe and hazel.
Cosette suddenly stops.
Oh, shit.
Sothoth is standing next to the body of a dead woman on the floor. There is a pool of blood around her head.
Don't get mad. I'll clean up the mess.
End of Act 2. Act 3. Interior, Blockbuster, continuous. Sothoth stands next to the dead body, looking nervous. A large paint can swings back and forth over the body by a piece of rope.
What happened? You were supposed to stay in the back.
I was in the back, but you two were away for so long having sex, and I got scared watching Home Alone that burglars would break in.
I told you Home Alone is scary, Al.
So I set up booby traps around the store like Kevin did in the movie, and then a customer came in and...
Sothoth stops the swinging paint can.
I didn't know a paint can could crush a person's skull.
Why didn't you lock the front door when you left?
We have a self-checkout honor system for the late-night crowd.
Alaric gestures to a self-checkout machine. Next to it is a life-sized cardboard cutout of Xena, warrior princess, with pajamas placed over her. A word bubble is taped on saying, "I have many skills, and many delicious snacks for sale in the candy aisle." Bryce, covering his eyes with one hand, points to the body.
I knew something like this would happen with a demon around.
Yog Sothoth starts to cry.
One died in Home Alone.
It's all right, Yog. No one blames you.
Bryce quickly raises his hand.
I do.
We just have to figure out what to do with the body.
I know what we can do.
A weekend at Bernie's scenario for the rest of our lives?
No. Help me get her into my car.
Yog Sothoth sniffles and wipes away tears.
Can I come too?
You might as well. Leaving you here isn't safe.
Yog Sothoth excitedly claps.
Yay! My first road trip. Before Home Alone, I watched Crossroads. Will this be anything like that?
I hope not. That movie is terrible.
Bryce, Alaric, and Cosette carry the dead body out the store into the parking lot. Exterior, strip mall parking lot, moments later. Alaric, Bryce, and Cosette put the body into the back of Cosette's car. Cosette gets into the driver's seat. Bryce sits in the front passenger seat. Alaric and Yog Sothoth sit in the back. Yog Sothoth buckles in and looks at the body.
You're not buckled up. Let me help you.
Yog Sothoth leans over and fastens the body's seatbelt.
Safety first.
The body's head droops forward. Exterior, Horror Hill Cemetery, night. Cosette's car drives up the gates of Horror Hill Cemetery, which are locked by a large padlock and chains. Alaric, Bryce, and Cosette get out of the car and approach the gates.
It's locked.
Alaric shakes the chains.
I have a key. My father's a caretaker here.
You know that?
Yeah, of course. They have an estranged relationship.
Okay, when this is all over, Cosette and I need to have a get-to-know-you coffee.
Cosette pulls out a large, ornate key and unlocks the gates. They get back in the car. The car slowly drives past many graves and mausoleums. It stops at an open plot of land, and everyone gets out.
We can dig here. My father never comes to this part of the cemetery since there aren't any graves here yet. Shovels are in the trunk.
Alaric and Bryce take 2 shovels from the trunk and start digging. Cosette and Yog Sothoth carry the body from the back seat.
It's so peaceful out here. In hell, you can't go anywhere without hearing people screaming in agony 24/7. Most nights, it's hard for me to even fall asleep. I have to stuff my ears with human entrails to block out the noise.
You really don't like torturing, do you?
No, and it feels like I have this path laid out before me that I can't get off. That I'm going to be stuck doing something I hate for the rest of my life. That's really why I don't want to do the ritual of torment.
Cosette and Yog Sothoth place the body next to where Alaric and Bryce are digging.
I know how you feel. When I was 15, my parents wanted me to get confirmed. I didn't want to. Religion isn't for me. I got into so many arguments with my parents about it, but in the end, I did it. I realized that it wasn't worth fighting over. My parents kept dragging me to church, but eventually, I moved away and stopped going.
You stopped going to church, and now you're burying the body of a dead woman with the demon from hell. Alanis Morissette would call that ironic.
Alaric stops digging and approaches Yog Sothoth.
Yog, when you're young, you sometimes have to do things you don't want to do. But growing up lets you make a life for yourself where you don't have to do those things anymore.
Bryce and Cosette stop digging and approach Yog Sothoth.
We've all had to live lives that weren't making us happy, but we're all in better places now.
And things can sometimes go back to sucking, but those times don't last forever. You learn to deal with it as you get older.
Yog Sothoth ugly cries, wipes away tears, and uses its sleeves to loudly blow its nose.
Oh, no one ever tells me these things at home.
Yeah, because you live in hell.
But you don't have to forever.
Alaric hands Yog Sothoth his shovel.
Do you want to help bury the woman you killed?
Yeah.
Exterior, Horror Hill Cemetery, a time-lapse of night turning to just before dawn. Alaric, Bryce, and Cosette and Yog Sothoth are patting the earth mound where they buried the body. All 4 of them are covered in dirt.
Come on, let's get back to the store.
I'll go home once we get there.
We have time to watch one movie before I have to open up.
Yog Sothoth waves its arms like Kermit the Frog.
Yay!
Interior, Blockbuster, early morning. Alaric, Bryce, and Cosette and Yog Sothoth enter Blockbuster. They suddenly stop. Azathoth, 55, humanoid demon, very scary, stands near the front desk.
Dad!
Yog Sothoth runs to Azathoth and gives him a hug. Azathoth stands without showing affection.
How did you know I wasn't in hell?
Your mother tried to wake you, but the lump in your bed was just several severed heads stuffed under your blanket.
And you figured out I came here.
I can track my spawn to any dimension.
Bryce nudges Alaric.
This is just like the end of Home Alone when Kevin and his mom are reunited.
Yeah, except in Home Alone, Kevin's mom didn't refer to Kevin as her spawn.
Yog Sothoth steps towards Alaric, Bryce, and Cosette to introduce them.
Dad, these are my only friends, Alaric, Bryce, and Cosette. We had the best time. I watched some movies, ate popcorn and candy, accidentally crushed a woman's skull, and learned that I don't have to be upset about the ritual torment.
Sothoth, I'm taking you to hell. Worthless humans, you will not stop us.
We wouldn't dream of it.
Do not resist me.
We're wet noodles, sir. No resistance here.
Opposition will mean your death.
Can I draw you a map to the exits?
Yog Sothoth dejectedly walks next to Azathoth.
Sorry we didn't have time to watch a movie together, guys.
Alaric steps forward.
Before you go, Mr. Azathoth, I have to say, Yog is a good kid. Sure, they accidentally killed one of my customers, but they didn't mean to. All they wanted to do was laugh a little. Sir, you may be an important torture demon in hell, but that doesn't mean that Yog has to be. We should all be able to choose our own paths in life and...
Hold your tongue, pathetic maggot, or I will rip it from your mouth and make you eat it.
Alaric steps back and looks down quickly.
Yes, sir.
Did you just try to give a very special episode Embrace Diversity speech on a hell demon?
It works all the time on Full House, just without all the stuff about torture.
Azathoth raises his arm and a portal grows on the floor.
How did he do that without the VCR?
We don't need a totem to open a portal once we've undergone the ritual of torment.
Azathoth steps into the portal and descends out of view. Yog Sothoth follows him. Yog Sothoth turns to face Bryce, Alaric, and Cosette. Yog Sothoth begins to descend.
Don't worry, you guys.
Just as Yog Sothoth is almost out of sight, Yog Sothoth gives a thumbs up like Arnold Schwarzenegger at the end of Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
I'll be back.
Yog Sothoth descends out of view and the portal closes.
Did you give Yog Terminator 2 to watch?
It's a classic.
End of Act 3. Tag. Interior, Blockbuster, morning. Alaric and Bryce are dismantling the booby traps that Yog Sothoth set up in the Blockbuster. There is a pile of paint cans, power tools, ropes, and other items that have already been dismantled on the ground.
How did Yog figure out how to set up all these booby traps?
A flame bursts from the shelf Bryce is standing next to. Bryce narrowly avoids getting burned.
Careful over there.
Bryce holds up a blowtorch that was behind a DVD case.
Why do you even have a blowtorch?
It's for when I do Final Fantasy cosplay. I have this cool move where I shout Firaga and a flame bursts from my hand.
Alaric pretends to cast a fireball. Bryce tosses the blowtorch onto the pile. The front door chimes and Gabrielle breezes in carrying a plate of donuts.
Good morning. I'm here with today's donut delivery.
Bryce and Alaric dash to Gabrielle. Both grab a donut and take a bite.
This is delicious.
So good. What's this one called?
This one is called the Deserted Date Donut. It's filled with sweet date paste. I named it after my date last night. We were together at my place, and she said she was going to come here, rent a romantic movie, and be right back. I haven't seen or heard from her since.
Alaric and Bryce give each other concerned looks. Gabrielle doesn't notice.
Al, was there anyone here last night?
Nope, no one here. Just me and Bryce watching Hellraiser alone by ourselves.
Dating is awful. I wish I could just meet someone nice and settle down like you two.
We don't touch each other's penis.
Fade out. And a tag. And that was the screenplay for Late Fee. I hope everyone watching enjoyed it, and thank you to all of the actors that performed.